Patch 5.3 Starting Notes Druid General Mark of the Wild had its mana cost reduced to 5%, down from 10%. Symbiosis, Intimidating Roar had its cooldown increased to 90 seconds, up from 60 seconds. Talent's Force of Nature is no longer on global cooldown and summons a single trident. The trident no longer has a control bar, immediately uses its special abilities on the druid's current target, and accumulates one charge every 20 seconds up to a maximum of 3 charges. Restoration version of the trident now casts Swift Mend on the druid's target when summoned. This version of Swift Mend does not require or consume a heal over time effect on the target. Glyph of Solar Beam have been removed and replaced with Glyph of Omens. New Glyph of Omens. While the druid is not in a solar or lunar eclipse, the following abilities will generate 10 solar or lunar energy: Entangling Roots, Cyclone, Fairy Fire, Solar Beam, Fairy Swarm, Mass Entanglement, Typhoon, Disorienting Roar, Ursol's Vortex, and Mighty Bash. Balanced Solar Beam is now more responsive when players enter and leave the beam's area of effect. Hunter General Hunters now have 50 pet stable slots, up from 20. Mage General Arcane Brilliance had its mana cost reduced to 1%, down from 4%. Labyrinth Brilliance had its mana cost reduced to 1%, down from 4%. Teleport, Veil of Eternal Blossoms and Portal, Veil of Eternal Blossoms now have new icons. Monk General Spear Hand Strike now locks a spell school out for 4 seconds, down from 5 seconds. Nimble Brood now also removes Horrify effects, and reduces the duration of Horrify effects and Fear, and is available to all monk specializations formerly only available for Brewmaster and Windwalker monks. Talent's Ring of Peace had been redesigned. The ability forms an 8-yard sanctuary around a friendly target for 8 seconds, instantly disarming and silencing enemies within the area of effect for 3 seconds. Enemies that use abilities other than auto-attack forecast spells on allies within the Ring of Peace will be disarmed and silenced for 3 seconds. Disarm and silence effects are subject to diminishing returns. Windwalker Legacy of the Emperor had its energy cost reduced to 1%, down from 6%. Legacy of the White Tiger had its energy cost reduced to 1%, down from 6%. Paladin General Blessing of Kings had its mana cost reduced to 5%, down from 22.3%. Blessing of Might had its mana cost reduced to 5%, down from 22.3%. Priest General Power Word, Fortitude had its mana cost reduced to 1%, down from 4.4%. Mass Dispel no longer dispels magic effects that are normally undispellable. Cast time has been decreased to 0.5 seconds, down from 1.5 seconds for Discipline and Holy Priests. Void Shift had its cooldown decreased to 5 minutes, down from 6 minutes for Discipline and Holy Priests. For Shadow Priests, cooldown has been increased to 10 minutes, up from 6 minutes, and the spell is no longer usable while in arenas or raided battlegrounds. Glyph of Mass Dispel has been redesigned and no longer reduces cast time. The glyph now enables Mass Dispel to dispel magic effects that are normally undispellable. Disciplined Atonement now heals nearby friendly targets for 80% of the damage dealt, down from 100%. Wrote more information coming soon. Shaman General Lightning Bolt can now be cast while moving. Glyph's new glyph, Glyph of Lightning Shield, causes Lightning Shield to reduce the amount of damage taken by 10%. Glyph of Unleashed Lightning has been removed and replaced with Glyph of Lightning Shield. Warlock General Dark Intent had its mana cost reduced to 1%, down from 4%. Warrior General Defensive Stance now decreases damage taken by 25%, up from 15%. Talent's Vigilance now resets the cooldown on taunt in addition to its current effects. Protection Unwavering Sentinel no longer increases the damage reduction of Defensive Stance by 10%. The blog titled PvP Gear in Patch 5.3 has additional information and reasoning behind the PvP changes in 5.3. All characters now have a base resilience of 65%. Battle Fatigue now reduces the amount of healing and absorbs by 50%, up from 30%. PvP Power Bonus to Healing for healing specializations has been increased to 100%, up from 50% for druids, monks, paladins, priests, and shamans. PvP power bonus to healing for damage specializations has been increased to 75%, up from 25% for druids, monks, paladins, priests, and shamans. I will show you the new loom system soon. It seems that prop warriors' armor will be decreased, meaning they will no longer be able to hold up as long with a prop paladin. Also, because of battle fatigue, D.P. Seers will become even more OP. From what I have seen so far, Hunter's damage might get worked back up to Kata level far as survival, and Marksman DM has a further way to get back to those 700 kill command crits. Subscribe if you enjoyed or found this video helpful. Twink Skill Capped at YouTube.